Hello, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Usha ji. Good afternoon,
Good
Leena,
afternoon, sir.
Sheila, Maya,
Hi, sir.
Data. How are you doing, Leena?
All good.
Yeah. Should be good. Always good. Yeah. Okay.
So, shall we
Yes.
download the Zoom, this Google Meet on the laptop so that we can follow what you're saying?
Well, there are both ways. Google Meet is available on as an app also in the Google bundle, as well as it is available on the laptop also. Okay, so you can, what I would suggest is the one on which you are viewing. You can, just leave that, just open the other app, other device, and you can check the functions from there itself. Okay.
नमस्ते राजू जी.
नमस्ते बीना जी, कैसी हैं?
एकदम ठीक ठाक.
Good, good.
Where are you placed actually?
Beena ji, I am based in very close to Delhi, only 70 kilometers off in the state of Rajasthan. Bhiwadi is the place.
Bhiwadi. I'm also from Rajasthan.
Oh, great. Which area of Rajasthan do you come from?
Jaipur.
हाँ, ज्यादा दूर नहीं है. तब आप दिल्ली से जब जयपुर जाती हैं तो रास्ते में आप हमारे घर के, मतलब ठीक है, हाईवे 8-10 किलोमीटर दूर है, लेकिन आप वहीं से जाती हैं जो है. तो अगली बार जब कोविड खत्म होगा, आप कभी आएंगी तो मुझे बता दीजिएगा. आपको हम अगर गर्मियों में आएंगी तो आपको शरबत लेके पहुंच जाएंगे, और सर्दियों में आएंगी तो चाय कॉफी लेके आ जाएंगे जो है. इसी बहाने मुलाकात हो जाएगी आपसे.
अभी तो we are based in Bombay only, but yeah, my in-laws were there in Jaipur.
Oh, कोई बात नहीं. बॉम्बे also is on my list. बहुत मेरे लिए प्रिय शहर है, क्योंकि my one and only daughter is based in Bombay, and so is my son-in-law. एक बार ये बस दूसरा शॉट मेरे को लग लेने दीजिए. एक शॉट लग चुका है, दूसरा लगा नहीं, कि बस उसके बाद I'll be scrounging all the travel sites. नमस्कार, गुड आफ्टरनून चंद्रकांत जी. इनको तो सबसे पहले तंग करने आऊंगा मैं जो है.
राजू जी,
हाँ जी,
एक बात बताऊं क्या आपको? अगर दूसरा शॉट भी आपने लगा दिया ना, फिर भी कोविड की जो कंडीशंस है उसमें कुछ ज्यादा फर्क नहीं होने वाला है, क्योंकि क्या है कि these are not preventing you from getting the COVID. It is only reducing the severity of COVID.
Right.
So you have to be very, very careful afterwards also, because I have seen people or heard about the people also who have got the second shot also, and in spite of that they have developed COVID. Luckily, but they are asymptomatic. They remain asymptomatic sometimes if it is very mild, but it is still, I mean, you are a carrier ultimately. So you have to protect yourself and the others also.
There is no doubt about that, Beena ji. I still, in spite of all the in spite of the euphoria and the laxity that people show, you will not believe, just outside my bedroom I have a tray. Okay, as soon as I step out of my room, I have a pet जिसको कि मेरे को घुमाने लेके जाना पड़ता है. तो जैसे ही बेडरूम के बाहर मैं निकलता हूँ, कुछ अब वो भी ट्रेंड हो गया है कि वो वहां दरवाजे पे खड़ा होके वो तब तक आगे नहीं बढ़ेगा जब तक मैं मास्क नहीं लगा लूंगा.
और so sweet.
Yeah,
so sweet.
वो
Nice
I have to wear, yeah, I wear that mask, and when I step out of the house, तो वो जूते चप्पल एक सेट बाहर रखे हैं. वो as soon as I step out, अगर मैंने step out से पहले उसकी लीश उठा ली तो वो वहां पे फिर से रुक जाएगा कि भाई अपने चप्पल जूते अंदर छोड़ के जाओ जो है.
Oh my, well trained.
Yeah, well, labs are, एक तो वो senior है and he is very much attached to me. तो वो जो है वो he follows, वो 2 बार कोई चीज कर दो उसके साथ तो वो फिर उसके बाद he will start looking up and
I should
so
send my cat to you. He thinks
yeah.
he's the king of the house and he tries to rule us.
Yeah, so this guy also when he gets in the mood, तो फिर there is no stopping him. But generally, जब देखिए, I have read, of course, slightly off the topic I am talking. लेकिन dogs they read, or rather animals as such, they read human psychology much better than we humans.
Yeah, that
The
is
way
true.
yeah.
That is true.
So
That is true.
whose point of view say it's an excellent, if you can read them, if you understand them, so life is definitely a bliss. और अब बुढ़ापे में हम लोग सिर्फ 2 मियाँ बीवी हैं, ये कहिए कोविड के टाइम पे तो ही वाज द बेस्ट कंपेनियन, क्योंकि आपस में ज्यादा देर बात करेंगे तो कुछ खिटर पिटर भी हो जाती थी, तो टीवी देखना नहीं होता था क्योंकि टीवी पे ऑल दैट वी वर सीइंग वाज कोविड, उसको देख के तो और बीमारी लग जाए जिसको बोलते हैं, तो
न्यूज देखना है, न्यूज तो बिल्कुल नहीं देखना है, उसमें दूसरी बात आती नहीं है,
आती नहीं है तो
accidents on highways, story and COVID. These are the 3 main topics they have.
And right now Bengal with Mamta Banerjee.
तो वो तो देखते नहीं थे, तो he was the best person. और वो अब कुछ ऐसा ट्रेंड हो गया है कि जरा सी आवाज अगर हमारी ऊंची उठी, चाहे मियाँ की चाहे बीवी की, तो वो बीच में कूद जाएगा कि भाई तुम लोग शांत रहो जो है, तो that was it. चलिए again, let's get back to business. बहुत बातें कर ली जो है. First session of course was all fun. We introduced, we were speaking about Google Duo. Duo again was for fun. बच्चों से इनसे उनसे मौज करती हैं तो आप वो कुछ भी अवतार gather कर लीजिए, कुछ भी कर लीजिए, and have fun with it. Serious also, yes, about 32 participants, you could really get into the serious mode. Now we are talking about Google Meet. One of the things, especially about why, a lot of us, or rather family members would be wondering as to why do I keep talking about Google all the time? वो बाकी भी तो हैं, उनके बारे में क्यों नहीं बात करते? The thing is, actually, Google as such, in a way, it's good if you are on that platform, or rather in that, using Google, or rather have a Google account. The advantage of that is Google has so many products, and they are इनके जो products and they are not standalone products in the sense that with Meet you can only do video conferencing. अगर वो with Meet में अगर आप video conferencing कर सकते हैं तो you can cross connect, or you can jump across from chat sessions, or if you're using Google Workspace, which is a slightly it's more about working, it's more about the virtual office that you have. You can jump in between. Everything that is there on Google, most of them are interconnected. You can use them. While using one, you can also interconnect or pull out data from the other source itself. At the same time, Google Meet, if you look at it, is a very simple app. Okay, the functionalities are more or less the same as we see in Zoom. The outreach of Zoom definitely is more, because of the जो paid versions हैं उसमें वो ज़्यादा options जो हैं वो आपके पास आते हैं. और the Google Zoom technically is more, I would say, if you go, even if you go into the help center of Zoom, मैं कई सारे links share करता हूँ आप लोगों के साथ कि ये चीज नहीं आए तो just click on this link and check on Zoom. वो इतना exhaustive है, it is so exhaustive that and it is so that going through those links in its own self is a big challenge. And updates जो इनके आते हैं, you know, the updates that come up, they are not in sync with the, you know, the machines itself. वो later machines में ही वो updates जो है वो लेते हैं. Same with the, you know, the Google this Meet also. For those of us who are using, say, Windows 7, Windows 7 अगर आप use कर रहे हैं, तो Windows 7 में Google Meet का जो virtual background का जो option है, you cannot use that. It will not function. You know, so then you need to upgrade to Windows 10. One of the things when you upgrade from 7 to 10 is that the machine power has to increase. I mean, you know, जो 7 की जो basic machine है, उस machine का जो machine power है, वो increase करना पड़ता है for Windows 10 to function properly. Windows 7 basic है, वो मतलब it used to function across all, you know, the basic versions or the basic hardware that was installed in systems itself. That was number one. Coming to Google Meet, of course, we need a Google, you know, a Google account or a Gmail ID. So the first thing is that. The second thing is, अगर आपके पास Google Meet, अगर आपके पास Gmail ID है या Google account है, तो you can access the, you know, the what we call it, the app directly from there itself. It comes in the bundle. Of course, from the computer, I will not be able to, you know, make a call as such. Ravinder ji, if you have please stop sharing screen, it would help. Okay, you are sharing screen. Ravinder ji, okay. Thank you, thank you. You know, okay, let's not get into that. Okay, so what I will be doing right now in the first stage is I will be going to my Gmail ID. Okay, and from the Gmail ID, we will go into the Google Meet, you know, the app itself. I will show you where the app is and how to access that, number one. Number two, what you can do is I will also open up my Gmail ID. Okay, and from the Gmail ID also, my dear friend Chandrakant is very worried. Him and Naveen ji, both of them, you know, they asked me to sip water. आपके डर से जो है ना, मैंने ये रख लिया है भाई बगल में जो है कि बिना उसके काम हो. Okay, so you know, you can access it from the email itself directly. From both the places. Okay, so I will be sharing, you know, my screen, and from the share screen, we will I will check on, you know, we will go into the app itself, both from the screen, from the email ID, as well as from a simple, you know, from the browser itself. So just allow me to share screen, and you know, what I do is I move into my you know, the share screen mode, and if you can see, you know, this is the browser. You know, I use both Chrome. I use the Chrome browser more, and of course I use the Google search engine also, all synchronized. Now from here, if I tap on, you know, these 9 dots that are there on the right hand side of my screen, if I tap there, we get into, you know, the drop down which has the Google Apps. Now the third app. Okay, sorry about that. The third app. Now this one where my cursor is, you know, next to Gmail. This app is the Google Meet app. Okay, so the first place, you know, if you have synchronized, you know, then if you have synchronized Google across devices and the various platforms, then you can access it from here itself. That's place number one. The second place from where you can access it is your Gmail account. Now you can access the Gmail account straight from here itself. And when I tap into my Gmail account, my inbox is opening up. And from the inbox itself, what we can do, if you're seeing on the left-hand side, okay, if you're seeing on the left-hand side of my screen, okay, the option, the Meet comes up, below the labels or the folders section. This Meet, okay, this Google Meet. This is where what it says. Meet is Google Meet. Okay, that is one thing. The easiest. I mean, if you're on your mailbox and you want to access it directly, this is the new meeting. If you want to set up a new meeting, you tap on this. If you wish to join a meeting, you tap on the second option. Okay, so this is these are the two places from where you can access that. And supposing you are using a device, I mean, especially the Mac devices, people use Apple technology a lot. Those who are on Apple, what they can do is they can go into the Play Store itself. Or if this is not installed on your phone, on an Android device also, you can go into the Play Store. And we will do a demo of that also, just to for the benefit of those who do not have it. I go into the Play Store from here itself. And in the Play Store, in the apps, I come up here and I type, Google Meet. Okay, I tap on this, and the first one, the first app that we see, like a projector on the left hand side, like a projector with the Google Colors. Now this is the app. You can tap on that, and of course you will see that it's Google Meet Secure Meetings, and it's owned by Google. Okay, so be very, now these are, of course, the two things that you see at the first instance.
This is from Play Store?
Yes, this is from Play Store.
Okay, okay.
Okay, and when if you need to read more about it, you can check what it is about, and this you can read the reviews also, and so on and so forth. Of course, when you again get down to the current version or the Android version, like I said, if you have the older devices, it will take that the app, but the complete functionality may not come up. Okay, so this was this is the place from where, if you do not have the app, you can download the app. Okay, and of course, this I'm giving the demo from the system itself, from a computer. But if you are there on your, I mean, of course, apps work on what we call it, the devices. So you open the Play Store from the device, and this is the identification as such. I just wanted to show you all the identification of this. Okay, so this was about the Play Store itself. Now coming back, I hope my mailbox is clear. Now coming back from the mailbox itself, one of the things, the new meeting. If I tap on new meeting, this is. I hope you all can see that pop-up has come up on the screen. Can you see the pop-up? मेरी स्क्रीन पे एक एक अलग से एक विंडो खुली है. आप लोग सबको वो दिख रही है कि नहीं बीच स्क्रीन में?
Sir, your voice has become totally silent.
No, my voice should not be silent. I can hear everybody.
No voice coming.
No, we can hear.
Voice is okay, but
Hangout
pop-up
won't be, na?
नहीं दिख रहा है. What is it? What is a pop-up like? I mean,
Calling in.
No.
Hangout
Why
won't
is
be.
it like that? Who is
Just
making the
a sec.
voice off? I don't know.
No, the internet connection at your end, Sahasab, might be a bit slow. If you need to check if you need to hear the voice, probably you need to switch off the video. The bandwidth at your end could be a bit
Sir,
low.
see, this is fiber, sir. This is fiber. It is supposed to be very good. I don't know.
I can hear you very clearly, so my voice should go,
Just now, no, it was stopped now. It came back now. So now
Okay.
again, yesterday during that quiz, that Kon Banega, the same thing was happening. When the thing was there, it was getting off. Okay, sir.
Okay, so what we can do. Sorry about that. Sorry. Now I go into my mailbox, and from here I open up the new meeting. Now, from the when you tap on the new meeting itself, I will share that window. And at the meanwhile, I will what I will do is I will also log into my WhatsApp so that I can show various ways by which you can share the link itself. Okay, just give me a second. I'm just linking my phone to the WhatsApp web. Yeah, it takes a while. Now,
Adi.
okay, allow me to to share screen, and okay, what is
So I'm getting create a meeting for later, start an instant meeting or schedule in Google Calendar.
Just a second, just a second. Okay, just a second. Let me get there. Okay. Yeah. Now this is the screen. This is the full screen of when I click on new meeting from my mailbox. You have the option, of copying the link, okay, and sending it across to others whom. Sheila ji, I connected to WhatsApp web, okay, and in the meanwhile, now because I want to show you how to send this link to others using WhatsApp also. You can send it by other means also. Now, this link is copied here, okay. This link, if I tap on this, I can copy the link from here itself. What else I can do is, send out invites, right? When I tap on send invitation, I tap on send invitation, and there are two options I get: copy meeting invite if I want to send it through external sources like WhatsApp or any of the messaging service, or I can share it via email. Let's tap on share by email, and it takes me back to my mailbox with the link already there. Okay, the link is already there. So I just need to type my the address, and once I type the address, all that I need to do is just send this and the mail has gone. Okay, once I send it, the mail has gone. Okay, the mail is sent, and the recipient will receive this mail, and from there they will, after on clicking that link, if they are on Gmail, they will be able to, log on to the meeting directly from there itself. Okay. I close this message. The second, I again, what I do, I had copied that link. So if I need to send it by WhatsApp, we just copy that link, and from here, I just, what I do is I go into that, the person with whom to whom I have to invite, and I do a control V. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I, just let me, I copy the link, reduce it, and get back to, my WhatsApp web. I paste it. I paste the link in here and send it off. Okay. So, now these are two different ways that I showed you that, how you can send the link itself. The other thing, that I wish to show, which I can right now, show you from here itself, is how I cannot start the meeting from here, because right now I am using the camera, okay, and the microphone for this Zoom meeting. Okay, so I will not be able to kind of, to log in into the Zoom, because it's just one set itself. So I stop sharing. What I will do is I will log in from my Android device, and from the Android device, I will conduct a meeting itself. I will make a call, and from the call itself, during the call itself, we will go through what all we can do with Google Meet itself. Allow me to just a few seconds to log in into Zoom. I join, I type in 958-261-14216. Okay. And there it is preparing for the meeting, and there I am on board itself. Okay. Now I, what I do is I go into share screen, and I start right from the very beginning itself. The screen that you're seeing is my Android device, my Android 10. And of course, in the Google bundle, I go into the Google bundle, and the Google app, the Google Meet app is already installed in my device, in the device that I'm using. And you see the from the bottom, in the first row on the left, the second, that is the Google Meet itself. I tap on that, and when I tap on that, this is the screen that comes up. Okay, and of course there are there are two ways, again, like I showed from the computer itself. It's either a new meeting, either I conduct a new meeting, or I can join with a code. Okay. The other thing, the other tabs that are there right now is, where Meet is written. On the left-hand side, of course, the horizontal lines, always check, always, go through in detail, check on what is there. And once you have checked, just tap on that. I tap on that, and it takes me to settings. Okay. Send feedback is again, what we showed in the Google Duo class. It's just you need to take a screenshot and send the feedback. Help, it gives you all the support functions. In the settings, there is nothing much there. Okay. It's just one that if you enable this, you're helping Google to make the product better. So it's up to you. If you wish to share information, you can. If you do not wish to share information, you don't. The other thing, in between, just adjacent to those three, horizontal lines is Meet. That's the platform. On the right-hand side, you see that symbol there, that small kind of an image. It's my profile image. Those who have added an image, they would see the image. Those who have not would simply see, the first name, and the alphabet, the first alphabet of the first name. Why I'm referring to this, or why I'm telling you this, is if you have multiple accounts, multiple Gmail IDs on your device, you should always tap on this link here and see, like I have multiple accounts. So which account do you want to call from? The app remains one, but the account changes. It's not that if you have 5 email IDs, you're checking 5 email, email IDs from your device, then you'll see 5 Google Meet, symbols. No, it's not that way. The app remains one. You have to choose which account do you want to use it from. Okay. So this was, one of the, this is very a critical information, especially for those who have multiple IDs configured on one system itself. The same goes when you are using it on the bigger device also. If you have multiple IDs, please check on which ID, from which ID you want to make that account itself. Make that call itself. Now again, I conduct a new meeting. When I get a new meeting, I get these options. Okay. The best thing is, like I said, Google has, you can rather work across apps. Now, Google Calendar, I have Google Calendar also as an app. I can schedule this meeting on on Google Calendar itself. If I tap here, okay, if I tap on schedule in Google Calendar, it will take me to my Google Calendar itself. Okay. And of course, you can set your meeting in the calendar itself, right? And the thing is, you'll have to, you need to literally work on the calendar, in the sense that what is the duration, and which people, rather, whom do you want to add? If you want to add your location, and so on and so forth. So Google Calendar, I conduct a different session altogether on that. So you can literally schedule your meeting onto the calendar itself. And at the same time, if you see at the bottom there, it has an option of adding attachments also. In case you are using it for any business, any serious discussions, you can add an attachment also. The attachment should be on, like right now it says that it gives the symbol of the device, of the Google Drive. Again, this is a third app. Okay. So you can see why I use Google so much is because the apps are interconnected. You can use one with the other, with the second, with the third, and so on and so forth. So if I need to add an attachment, I just tap on add attach. I need to okay. I go on to new meeting, and I schedule, and I go on to add attachment. How many persons? There are plenty of people who can join that. I will show that in my last slide, as to the extent on which people can join in that meeting. Now, when I tapped on that, attachment, it gave me options, my drive, from my computers, or those that are shared with me. This is again something from, again, shared with me would take it from the drive itself. Starred, again, important if you have important, or recent. When I go into recent, these are all documents that are there in my Google Drive. Okay. So if you need to add attachments, upload them, upload them to the drive, and you can add them in a much better and easier way. The drive facilitates that. Okay. Now, of course, I cancel this. I have nothing to, attach here. I, cross this. I go back, out, and I again tap on new meeting. And from here, I go into start an instant meeting. Okay. I start an instant meeting, and of course, depending on the link, now right now I have dialed. I have clicked on start meeting. Right now it says that I am the only one here. This is the basic screen that comes up. Yes, since it's a dual camera, what we can do is reverse the camera also. That is the advantage of using any of these apps on a smartphone, is that you have a dual camera. You can also, switch the camera. Like, for example, if I switch the camera, right now you would be seeing, you can see my screen there in the smaller image. That is the screen of my system itself. I go back to it, I turn it around, and what we could do from here is, share and write. I could copy the link. I copy the link, and what I will do is I will again send it to my better half. I just hope that she connects with me, and I sent it. Okay. And in the meanwhile, we'll carry on with the rest. Sorry, not WhatsApp. I don't want to show this. Yes. Now now she has called. Okay. So I can deny entry or I can admit. That I have that option. I admit her. Okay. And as you can see, she has joined right now, currently live on the on the screen itself. She is there. The next, of course, is the camera there. She's switched off, gone off, doing what she is doing, but she's still connected with me. The call is on. Okay. Now the second is, of course, the video camera. The first one, the red symbol, is you disconnect, you connect or disconnect from here. And at the same time, what I would say is that the link that I sent the second time, she joined the meeting after just by clicking on that link. She did not have to go to her system or go anywhere. I just asked her to log in so that I could do a live demo of it. Now the first one is, of course, the meeting on off, the red. Right now, it has a red background with that white, that telephone thing. The second is the video camera. You can switch off the camera. If I switch it off, my camera goes off. Okay. And if I just switch it on, it gets on. If I switch off, the third one is the mic. I can mute myself as I say, and if I need to say something, I just switch it on. Right. Most important is the three vertical dots that you see. That is where the other functions are. I tap here on the functions, and I can literally go into the details. Whatever functions are there in the Meet, I can go into those functions from here. If I need to send a message, I tap on that, and I can send a message. Since there is just hello, what are you doing? And I just send it off, the message goes off. So now this is an in-call message that I have sent. Of course, we have the option of sending sending the stickers and all, depending on what all you have on your system. I close this. I get back to the home screen of the call, and from here, of course, post that I can share screen. I go on to share screen, and from here we get this option that people will see everything on your screen, including your notifications. Okay, so it's always best, especially if you're using any of these apps. Of course, I don't follow it myself, but that should be the case, that you should switch off all notifications, because notifications come on the screen, and people will be able to read that. So in case if there is any message or anything which is confidential, it no longer remains confidential, because those viewing your screen will be able to read that message. So, but nevertheless, we are family, so it doesn't make a difference. I start sharing, and
Sir,
when I,
sir, how do you
yeah,
switch off the notification? Because you are already on that. How do you switch off the notifications?
well, that is something that you have to do much before for every app that you have to switch off the notifications for every app, each and every app. Then you won't get notifications. In the app management, you have to go into the app management itself. You open the app, go into its settings, and from the settings you have to switch off the notifications.
Every time that you are do something new, you have to first do this management of switching off the
Yes.
app notification.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So while it says it asks me that can I allow me to record or cast your screen. Of course, if I say cancel, I can't do anything, because these apps, it's their way or the highway. I start now, and when I start now, my screen as sorry. When I start now, what she is seeing is my screen itself. Okay. And but before that, if I open up, some of the documents that are there, she would be able to, see those documents or anything that you have opened up on the device itself. I stop sharing, and again, get back to those three, the three dots itself. They, from the pop-up itself, sorry about that. Why is, from, and from, in the the three dots that come up there, what we do is, the other thing that comes up there is turn on captions. Okay. Now, when we turn on captions, whatever we speak is, it becomes, it converts into captions. Just to, of course, you will not be able to see that. I will continue to talk, and if you can see the bottom of the screen, whatever I am speaking is being converted into text, and you should be able to read it on the screen itself. Okay. So this is the the CC, or the start captions. So people can read when you start this option itself. Okay. The other thing, that is there in those three dots is, I just turn off the, screen options, again, report a problem. I mean, if there is a challenge that you're facing, you need to, what it does is, you need to switch on you need to capture the screenshot. And, of course, the plus besides that, what Google picks up is the log, is the call log, so that it can identify, because it needs that screenshot, because it with the screenshot and the logs, your call log, it will be able to identify what went wrong there. And when you send the feedback, it goes from the same email ID of which you are using the the Google Meet app. So I don't need to send a feedback. I switch it off, and the other thing that is there is, of course, report abuse, not something very great. Settings. Again, in settings itself, you can report the problem, what we saw there in the system, on the system itself. So these were, some of the basic functions that were there in Google Meet itself. Any questions? I want to take a little bit of a break, and any questions, please. Maya, you use Google Meet pretty frequently. If you're around, please share your experiences.
I do use Google Meet, when we have our company meetings, corporate meetings. But what I have seen, I don't know, I'm not able to share screens on Google Meet. Is that a challenge? Is it possible to share screens?
Yes,
I
there
was
is.
away for a little while, so I missed it probably.
On the device, like I said, from the device, I couldn't show that section. If you're using it from your device, then there is we have the, from where those three vertical dots come up, mic,
Right.
so on and so forth. Just tap on that, and you get a window that comes up. Okay, a pop-up that comes up, and in that pop-up is the option for sharing the screen itself. I will
So can
see
you do it? Can you do it, side by side, while you have the list of the participants and then the screen that you're sharing?
Just let me see. Actually, okay. Let me see. I should be able to do something.
We weren't
provided-
able to do, when we had a session.
Just a
So what
second.
we did is we opened two instances of the browser and got into Meet separately in two
Okay,
browsers.
Okay, just a second. Let me get to let me get to back to meeting, and from here I go into share screen, start now. I go into this. Let me try. If I can get my better half, I will,
Okay. You're already on a call.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it is possible.
Yeah. Now, see what I am sharing. Now since she has switched off itself. Okay, Chandrakant has sent me a link. I'll try and connect with him. Okay. Now you see she is seeing my screen right now. Okay, and did you get that, Maya?
Got what?
Did you get that the button itself? The tabs from where we share screen.
No, but I'm not in Meet just now.
Oh, okay, okay. So let me see. Chandrakant has sent me a link to join the meeting. Okay, I will first disconnect the first one, and oh, sorry about that. Let me try and connect to join the meeting. Okay, Google Meet. Gandharaju asked to join. Yeah. Hello, Chandrakant ji. Let,
is going smoothly.
yes, I will, let me stop sharing this screen and share again, and share screen start now. Now, this what you're seeing is I'm on a call with Chandrakant. Okay, and I start sharing, and as soon as I start sharing, all that all that he sees is my desktop itself. Okay, from here, so you can see, I mean, of course, I can't. If you see my phone. Now, this is the screen of my phone, if you can
Right.
visualize it.
Right.
So it becomes, what I will do, I will join this meeting. Okay, I can't project that. So you can, I mean, this is something that we use, my wife, she conducts classes through Google Meet. And thanks, Chandrakant, for your support. Really appreciate that. She conducts classes on, for kids on Google Meet. And, all the assignments and, the quizzes and XYZ, she does screen sharing from her desktop itself. Unfortunately, I can't do it right now because I am using the desktop's resources for the Zoom meet. Otherwise, we can do it from the system also, from the system itself.
If I get into a site, like if I have
okay, any questions from anybody? Okay, chalo. And then
सर
हाँ जी,
सर अगर हम एंड्रॉइड डिवाइस पे गूगल मीट खोलते हैं तो हमारा इमीडिएटली खोलने के बाद कॉन्टेक्ट लिस्ट आ जाती है।
आपकी कॉन्टैक्ट लिस्ट इसलिए आती है कि वो आपके जो गूगल में वो है, जो कॉन्टैक्ट्स हैं, वो वहां पे आएंगे कि आप किसको कॉल करना चाहते हैं, इसलिए आते हैं वो।
ओके ओके सर।
Yes, Sujata, you want to ask something?
Yeah. Why is Google preferred by school teachers and all over Zoom?
Sorry?
Why is Google preferred over Zoom? Google Meet preferred over Zoom by school teachers?
Why it is preferred is because, a couple of things there. Number one, although Microsoft has Microsoft Teams or Skype, But the advantage with the Google is, number one, since the applications are linked, like if you're using Google Meet, you can link it to your Drive. If you're on Drive, you have, the documents there, the Google Docs, or you have the Excel there. So you can connect any of these apps, and you can. That's why the teachers, they prefer more of the Google Meet. And at the same time, what is there is in Google also has an app called Google Classrooms. So it is much easier to set up your assignments there, send it off to children, and ask them to your pupil and ask them to join. They do all the assignments there, and these are you get a seamless connectivity. That's why teachers prefer more of Google Duo. That's the reason. And Zoom is slightly technical, and as I would call it, there are system restrictions. Like, for example, in the lower versions of Windows or things like that, you do not get all those functions. That is not the case with with Google itself. So that's why people prefer, especially teachers, they prefer uh, 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 the Google Meet as such.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
But children prefer Zoom to Google.
Sorry.
But children seem to prefer Zoom.
Yes, Zoom. See, children, the younger generation is very curious to know more. In Google, there is not much to do. I mean, if you look at it that way, there is not much to do. In what we call it in Zoom, all the functions, the chat is there, the participants are there. You can do polls, you can do this, you can do that. The array on that single platform is more. That's why they prefer Zoom, because it gives more. I would also call it gives more freedom as a host. If you allow them to chat, two friends will be gossiping with ease. You wouldn't even know what they are doing in the classroom. So it's kids. They love to explore technology and find a back door also. So for them, yes, it's fun, and it's more fun on Zoom itself. And now Zoom has also introduced that the virtual backgrounds and the makeup, दाढ़ी मूंछ लगा लो, टोपी पहन लो, तो वो सब भी they try all those kind of things. And it's literally called cyberbullying, if you look at it this way. A child, he has an advanced laptop, उसने वो टोपी लगा के बैठा है, सब कोई हंस रहे हैं, everybody is laughing, you don't know what's going on, you can't say anything to them. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of the platforms itself. Okay. Any further questions?
Yeah, the settings I missed a bit because I could not connect. When you were referring to the settings.
There is nothing much in the settings there. It's because there's no such thing as private here. Microphone and speaker access you have to give, otherwise it will not work. At best, what you can do is lodge a complaint from there. To lodge a complaint, you need to take a screenshot and put it in the complaint. And along with the screenshot, Google accesses the call log also, because then they can identify, that at this time this thing happened. So that's what they do, both these things, and that is sent out through the email ID from which you are using the app itself. So that's all in settings. There's nothing, because there's no such thing as private. There's no such thing as public. That's what is there.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, Animesh, you there or you're away?
Hi, I am. I was in the train when the class started. I'm traveling like I told you.
Okay. Yeah, you told
So
me
the
last
connection
time
is
you were
going on and
traveling.
off.
So you're back or you're away?
No, I'm away. I had come from Bangalore to Delhi. Now I've come to Allahabad, Prayagraj. I'll be going back to Bangalore later on.
Wow.
Last class I attended from Delhi. Today I was traveling in the train and trying to contact. कभी मिल रहा था, कभी नहीं मिल रहा था connection. So I don't know whether it is travels or travels. I don't know.
Okay, I've sent you a message in the chat of this session. If you could respond to that, our office needs, that basically. Okay.
Yesterday somebody contacted me from your office.
They did?
Yes, well, Sudhi or Sudhakar, I don't know, something, some such name. I was, somebody did contact me.
That's fine. That's fine then. Then that works good. Yeah. Okay. So that was about the session. Yes. Sakina, you asked how do we take a screenshot? One of the things is if you are on a computer, what you can do is there is a
Sir, I'm on the cell phone. I'm on the cell phone.
Cell phone, what you do is, depending on the model of your cell phone, like for example, the model that I have, on the right-hand side, there is a tab. I just, pulled it and I get a bar like this. Okay. I get a bar like this. And in that, there is an option to click a screenshot. That's one. Number two, if your sound and volume are on the opposite side, the sound and volume and plus the power on off, you just press both of them, the lower volume and the power on, press them simultaneously. You will get a screenshot then also.
So laptop ko bhi bataiega, please.
How do we access the screenshot? Where does the screenshot go?
In the gallery of the phone.
It goes in the gallery of the phone.
That's
so
right.
You can pull down from the top, slide your finger from the top downwards. And
yes.
You probably
that's an easier one. Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Maya.
You're
I'm
welcome,
really looking forward to the day that you are on this side of the camera.
You've already covered so much. There's nothing for me to do.
Your experience, you can give us more as learners. This screenshot I've been hearing for such a long time, but never knew how to go about it. So that's pulling it from down will be much more easier than doing the button. Thank you.
Yes. You're welcome.
Maya,
I
appreciate Maya.
You're welcome.
Sorry?
Thank you.
How do you do it on the laptop? The screenshot?
If you see your laptop, the first row, on the top, you will have those function buttons, and in between there will be a button on which will be written PR, T, and SC.
Yes.
You press on that. You press on that, and you open up a PowerPoint or you open up a Word, open up a file and do a Control V there. Do a Control V. Okay, so whichever screenshot you want to take, just print screen and put it on any document, any other a Word or PowerPoint, and just do a Control V. Okay, and just see that if there could be a possibility that the function button in your laptop might be separate. Okay. So if the print screen is in the function, then you need to press both function, and print screen.
Sometimes I think control and print screen work, right?
Yeah,
Also
it
some-
should. Normally, print screen is a separate key. Very few, the older generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir, when we are doing the screenshot now, Madam Maya said to pull it down and do it. Then what I'm seeing on the video would not go away. If you are talking and you have given a screen which I want to capture on a screenshot,
Yeah.
I can do it simultaneously.
Yes, you can do it simultaneously.
It just goes into the gallery, so I can retrieve it later on.
That's right.
Okay, I will try it out sometime.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Thank you.
सर लैपटॉप की स्क्रीन जब स्क्रीनशॉट लेंगे वो कहाँ पे मिलेगा हमें उसका?
लैपटॉप का जब आप वो प्रिंट स्क्रीन करती हैं, उसके बाद आप कोई वर्ड डॉक्यूमेंट या पावर पॉइंट कुछ खोल लें और वहां पे आप कर्सर रख के कंट्रोल V कर दें, वो पेस्ट हो जाएगा वो स्क्रीनशॉट उस जगह पे जो है.
ओके सर, ओके, थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू
सर. डेस्कटॉप पर?
हाँ, डेस्कटॉप पे भी वही सर, जो कीबोर्ड है, कीबोर्ड से आप प्रिंट स्क्रीन का वो की दबाएं और फिर उसके बाद आप किसी भी डॉक्यूमेंट को खोलें, वर्ड डॉक्यूमेंट हो या फाइल हो, वर्ड फाइल हो या पावर पॉइंट की फाइल हो या एक्सेल की भी फाइल हो, कोई फाइल हो, एक्सेप्ट नोटपैड वगैरह मत खोलिएगा, उस पे नहीं आएगा. जो है वर्ड खोल लीजिए, पावर पॉइंट खोल लीजिए, उस पे आप सिर्फ कंट्रोल V करेंगे तो जो स्क्रीन का जो आपने प्रिंट स्क्रीन किया है वो वहां पे पेस्ट हो जाएगा.
थैंक यू, थैंक यू,
Thank you. Thank you.
थैंक यू सर.
चल, okay, thank you everybody. Take care, do good, be good, and we'll meet in some other session of Get Set Up, this excellent platform. शाम को
लिंक
Pinterest
भेज
है.
दीजिए, लिंक
हाँ जी।
भेजिएगा प्लीज, लिंक भेजिएगा प्लीज सर.
लिंक भेज दें जी. चलिए, अब ठीक है, मैं टू गूगल मीट यहीं पे अभी खुला है. चलिए, मैं उसके चैट सेशन में अभी डाल दिया और
So will this be repeated again?
Sorry?
Will this be repeated again?
All sessions are repeated. अब लीना, दोनों ही चीजें हैं. Check the website, especially on Saturday, Sundays for
Okay.
repeat sessions. And otherwise, live, at least in a month, it will definitely be repeated.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
And this time, the next time I will try to, do the session from a different camera itself, so that I can show you the functionalities from my laptop. It's much more convenient. I mean, I'm more used to my laptop than, the smaller screen as such.
No, I was trying to do it on the laptop, but somehow I missed a few things while trying to,
Never a challenge. It will be repeated.
So if you could send the notes, I could see that and try again.
Okay. Notes will definitely be sent, and by today evening, late evening, they will be sent, because कल के नहीं भेजे हैं, आज भी नहीं भेजेंगे तो तनख्वाह भी कट जाएगी फिर उसके बाद जो है. Okay, thank you everybody.
Thank you.
Happy Holi, happy Holi.
होली वर्किंग होली है चंद्रकांत जी. हम वर्चुअल होली के
गांव जा रहा हूँ होली मनाने को. मंडे को नहीं रहेगा.
आप गांव यार, ये बात गलत है चंद्रकांत. दिस इज द सेकंड टाइम. एक बार आप लोनावाला भाग गए थे, दूसरी बार आप गांव भाग रहे हैं. ये कुछ मजेदार बात है नहीं जिसको बोल.
अरे होली है, साल में एक बार आती है.
चल, ओके,
चलो बात करेंगे, वहां से गांव से बात करेंगे.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, विल कनेक्ट. चलो,
Have a
hot lunch.
Yes. Thanks, Animesh. Thanks a ton for joining in. Really
Thank you,
appreciate your efforts that you put in to join from all parts of the country. Really appreciate that. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
It's my pleasure.
Thanks.
I learn. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.